When I bought my townhouse, I knew it came with 2 dedicated parking spots in a small shared lot behind the row of units. Perfect for my pickup and my old project Mustang. What I didn't know was that my neighbor, Glenda, who proudly called herself the HOA enforcer, thought she personally controlled every inch of asphalt in the lot. Glenda is the type who can sniff out a supposed violation from a block away. She leaves nasty notes if you leave your trash can out an extra hour or if your blinds aren't wide enough. But cars are her favorite target. Trouble started when my brother came to visit for a few weeks. He parked his sedan in my second spot, so I had to park my old work van on the far side of the lot, next to the visitor spaces. I figured it'd be fine. The spaces were always half empty, and I asked around. Nobody cared, except Glenda. The first warning note appeared on my windshield in red marker. Violation. You may not have more than 2 vehicles. HOA rules. Next day, she cornered me in the driveway. This is a quiet neighborhood. We don't want it looking like a used car lot, she snapped. I explained politely that the van was temporary, my brother was visiting, and the visitor spaces were for visitors. She told me she'd look the other way this time, but next time she'd call the authorities. 2 days later, I came out to find 2 police cruisers in the lot and Glenda waving her arms at my van like she'd uncovered a stolen vehicle ring. The officers were polite but confused when I explained. They checked my ID, checked the van's registration, looked at Glenda, and basically told her it was a civil matter, not a criminal one, and they weren't towing anything that was legally parked. Glenda sputtered and threatened to fine me $100 a day for excess vehicles. I reminded her the visitor spots were community use, and my brother was a guest. But she kept pushing, sending violation letters, putting bright orange stickers on my van, even trying to get my brother's car towed when he swapped spots with me. That's when I decided to do a little digging. I pulled up the property records for our lot. Turns out, the HOA didn't own the visitor parking lot. The developer still held the title because the HOA never filed the paperwork to take possession. They just used it under an assumed agreement. So I made a few calls. After a few weeks of paperwork and one very motivated real estate lawyer, I bought the entire lot from the developer for less than the cost of a new pickup. The day the sale closed, I put up fresh signs. Private parking, by permit only. Violators will be towed. Then I sent a notice to the HOA. They could lease spaces for residents at a reasonable monthly rate. Anyone caught violating the permit rules would be towed at their expense. Glenda lost her mind. She banged on my door demanding to know how I stole the community lot. I showed her the deed legally filed, stamped, and signed. She threatened to sue. My lawyer politely pointed out that the HOA had no legal claim since they never finalized the transfer. The best part? I gave my neighbors, the ones Glenda had harassed for years, free permits. Everyone else got first dibs on reserved spots. Glenda? She had 3 cars crammed into her tiny driveway and nowhere else to park. When she tried to sneak her 3rd car into my lot overnight, I called the tow truck at 2 a.m. Watching her face as her shiny SUV got hauled away was worth every penny I paid for that asphalt. Nowadays, the parking lot is peaceful. No more orange violation stickers. No more fake rules. And Glenda? She's real careful about where she parks, because I own the lot now. Moral of the story: don't mess with people's cars when you don't even own the ground they're parked on.